everybody. Welcome. Okay. I'm Terry at Holding Your Space, and we have Diana here, oil painter today, Kelly Healer, Kelly, and Carolyn and Peter. So, welcome, welcome. Allie cannot make it tonight. She is sick. And so I am going to try to host, and she's such a good hostess always. Thank you. Thank you um, so much. So, anyway, here we are, everybody. Wow. You got this. Allie says,
Yes.
yeah, I got this like a minute before we went on, just about. Oh, hey, everybody. Imagine that. Brenda T, you changed your name again. And what is this? Squadio Data
Audio.
MJ. Squatty, you know them? I love that name.
Audio. That sounds familiar, but I love your icon there.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Laura, welcome. Ness, Christine Fire. And tonight we're doing dreams, visions, and ghosts. So, or anything else that we come in with. So, if anybody has any questions or any personal readings that they want, we're here to help with that. How was everybody's week?
It's been good, but it's also been, wait a minute, Thanksgiving was early. I had an extra week. How come I'm behind?
Right?
But nothing is getting done. It started, but you don't want to try to get into my kitchen.
Uh-oh.
Thank
And I'm
you.
baking cookies in the whole thing, in the middle of it all. I
Yeah.
love my messes.
Well, you would love my house right now. Our dining room is just, still verklempt. It's everything blew up and it's
Oh,
all over the place. And every day I look in there and I'm like, I'm going to get that. And then I
yeah.
go off on a wild goose chase.
Oh, we've been
So,
together. Obviously, we went on a dreamland together to get to this point, I'm sure.
yeah. Yeah. So, it's been a little out of sorts, but I think the planets are coming back in, aren't they, Diana?
Yes, they are actually. This retro Mercury today put the brakes on, right?
Yeah.
But don't think of it that way. Just think he just pushed the clutch in so that he could get it into reverse. Okay. So tomorrow morning there's going to start to be a little bit of movement with him. And it's going to be a good retrograde. Look at it that way. Because he's going to meet up with his buddy Mars, the planet of action. And so that conversation that they're going to be going through and what Mercury is doing is backing up into Sagittarius. So he likes being in Sagittarius because he rules the opposite sign, Gemini, and he rules Virgo. So while he's in retrograde, we're going to be able to pay attention to the details and they will come together, especially once he gets some traction going.
Good. So we can clean our kitchens
Yeah.
and dining rooms.
And I can take that string that burnt out, another one that burnt off one more time before I put the decorations on.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. If it wasn't such a big string, if it wasn't so noticeable, if I didn't need the lights in that spot, but I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Betsy Palmer, how are you? She's headed up to Lahaina, neighborhood right above Lahaina tonight. Wow. Have fun, honey. Yeah, is this a good dreaming time? Annie Bear asks. I think it's a strange dreaming time that I've noticed. I've noticed that my dreams have been kind of crazy, like a little, not paranoid, but searching and hiding.
I've got one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Sure. Let's go
Okay.
for it.
This happened. and I had one this morning, but didn't have time, and now it's like just gone. So, excuse me. This was on the morning of the portal on December 11th. And there's boxcars, right?
Mhm.
And there's women and children in these boxcars. And there was a giant raven here. And he was like Mr. Conductor. Although he wasn't Ringo Starr and he didn't have a British accent. And this was me. This was my hand. And in my hand were garnets and just, oh, I can't remember how to say the word. It's they're opals, but they're the small white opals that have all sorts of patterns inside of them. Not a blue opal, not a fire opal, but a not completely formed stone, right? So it still has the dendritic in it. And
Okay.
so the gravel was not gravel. It was crystals all around these tracks.
Ooh.
And way in the background was an apartment building. And let me read what I wrote. So there were all of those jewels that were on the ground were concentric circles. They were perfect little circles. And like a perfectly shaped pearl. And some of them were pearls. My hand was filled with garnets and pearls and the dendritic opals. Raven's job was to help people out of the boxcars and help them by handing them a bag so that they could take handfuls of the gravel from the ground. And then when they came to me, it's like nothing ever was deplenished. They got a long strand of pearls, a long strand of the opals, and a garnet. And the garnet was huge, like the size of my hand, but there was a ton of them in there. And then they were being taken and guided over to this apartment building to live. What do you think? I mean, it's like a handout, right?
Mhm.
But it's also a hand up because you're on your own once you get to that apartment building.
Did you
The
feel like oh,
raven, right?
yeah. Go ahead, Carolyn.
It sounds to me like the families, they're moving from Texas and Florida in other states, and they're getting what they need. They're getting a home, they're getting help with food, and to them, that's riches.
Right. Exactly. And they all come with a trade.
Mm-hmm.
And, I had a boxcar dream similar. Well, it wasn't similar. It was and it wasn't. I had a boxcar dream before. So, and I'm sure I'm influenced by the fact that I have trains nearby me here, you know. But that one was a discovery of um, women, young girls in slavery, in sexual slavery. And this was a rescue mission, and one of my missions where I know that I was being sent by my alien guides to find these people. So once they were uncovered, the cops were involved and they were able to find them. But I was the one who was uncovering them.
I've been having a lot of very similar dreams, like genocide or something going on.
Well, that was the other thing. I hadn't, this wasn't triggered by anything in the news or in the past news, the things that we are worried about coming forward in our lives right now of history repeating itself. because it was the box. There's also Boxcar Children's. Remember those stories from the
Mhm.
30s?
Yep.
So, I don't, there wasn't this sinister feeling. This was a feeling of being rescued and not being sent to Auschwitz. But I hadn't watched any of those programs or listened to the news. So that's why I'm like, okay, so why do we have people on boxcars like cattle? I mean, what is this about? There's a deeper meaning here that my brain just hasn't been able to uncover. I need help with that.
So moving in the right direction on the tracks, the train generally only goes one way. The gifts are from Mother Earth, the stones, and they've been given housing somewhere safe and secure to reside. Now, is this about the gifts that to be given?
You know what? You just made me wonder if this was a follow up to the other dream.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the message coming through that they have been rescued and given a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Betsy, dendritic opals. Yeah. And I should have brought them in. I have a strand that I use as the mala in the car for protection.
Mhm.
I've never heard of those, but they sound beautiful. I've never seen an opal I didn't like.
Me too.
Exactly. And if you put your readers on and you look at these little patterns, you can see
Mhm.
words. You can see words.
Really?
Yes. And I have found like kor, Kor, which is Celtic speak for crane, heron, those birds. Well, it also means the same thing in Africa. I wonder where that influence came from.
Right? Yeah, it seems like they're finding value for sure in gifts, and that I mean, all your dreams have been so prophetic. Prophetic? I cannot say that word
Or
anymore.
pathetic.
Yeah, no. My dreams have been a little pathetic lately. But yeah, I was just thinking I'd grab mine too. Betsy says she's gonna put on her opals tonight
Yeah.
too.
I'll have them with me the next week.
Yeah, yeah.
Can
Oh,
They're beautiful. I have them showing up with a deer, the very, very tip of a deer talon, deer horn, and a, what else I put in there? Oh, I can't remember. Can't think today.
oh.
My Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
Hallie, what do you think?
I kind of think that, I think subconsciously, I think you've been carrying a lot of burdens, and you've been turning these burdens, rather than looking at them as burdens, you've turned them into gifts. And I think that you're seeing your gifts are coming into fruition. I mean, you I mean, look at how much you've grown, because I get growth. And I also heard spring, so there is something big coming for you in the spring. But I think, the boxcar carrying gifts, but I think I feel like there has been some burdens there too, and I think you've taken some of those burdens and you've turned them into gifts, is what I'm feeling.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you've been on a huge awakening, but um, talk about light language there, huh? With Ganesh and divine support. But
Mm.
I really feel like that light language is coming in for everybody right now in different ways, right? In some ways
Mhm.
it's song, and some
Mhm.
ways it's writing or drawing or painting, and then the language part of it too. But yeah, you've it, I mean, every week you bring in something that is so telling about what's been going on or what's about to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't the crow a messenger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Annie Bear says, I think Diana has forgotten more than I know. Right?
Annie Bear, I love you.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel the same. I feel the same. So, say hi to a few people. Christine has showed up. Kelly Scarborough, the mystic next door. Hello, beautiful. Roxy, Lori, hello. And Lisa Foster is here too. And I think I saw one of the Teresas as
Nice.
well. So let's see. I'll go ahead and pull one of the let's see. Somebody got gifted a Heart and Soul Connected membership.
All right.
I love that YouTube is letting us do that now because they didn't before. This is a new thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So Ness has a question. 36 hours ago, I was getting ready for bed. I went to the loo for the last time at night, and I hear this voice. When Venus conjuncts Jupiter in 2024, it will be on your natal Venus. And this goes on. I Googled it and it was right. What happened? Or wait a minute. She says, I think I Googled it and yes, it was right. Transiting Venus, Jupiter, and the Sun will all conjunct my natal Venus, which is exactly 6 months from now. Why did I hear this?
Okay, so Jupiter, the benefic planet, and he expands everything. So something great is coming your way. And I think that is a Venus star point also, because I think Venus is conjunct the sun. So if it's all on the same day, excuse me, because Jupiter is not moving that fast. So that is a magic charm if it's also a Venus star point. And Venus will be back to being an evening star then, I believe. So she'll be in a happier mode and less of that protective battle warrior or battle ready. So something good is about to come your way that's going to be more relaxing for you, especially because it's your Venus star point. And I haven't gotten that far, but I do think that that's when it is. I know there's one coming.
Yeah. Go ahead, everybody.
I get that it's going you're coming that's going to be that 6 month period is going to be an end of a cycle for you, and I get that you can really choose your destiny, and they said all your dreams to dream big, all your dreams are going to be coming true, and it's almost like a renewal, a spiritual renewal that to plant your seeds now, and be really accurate about what you want, going forward, because it's almost they almost show me like it's like a new you. I mean, it's just yeah, it's very beautiful. Yeah, good fortune.
Well, and 36 hours ago gives us the 12-12 portal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. She says she's Libra rising.
And the new moon.
Yeah.
The show last night was approximately 24 hours ago. And I don't know where you're living with a Libra rising, 8th house of Taurus. And Taurus is ruled by Venus.
Yeah.
It's
She
really,
says
really exciting for her. I mean, yeah, really, really be specific about what you want coming up, because it's coming your way.
People of everything that you are asking for.
Yeah.
Keep a list so that you are not being repetitive about it, but new goals that you and things that you want, and that you can tell your angels, this is what I want in my life, and this is how I want my life to be. Yeah.
Especially born, if this is a return, and born with this Venus star point on her birthday as well. So I don't know how far you go with astrology, Ness, and if you would like your chart done, your blueprint, or a reading on all of this, you can contact me through my email, and I can help you out.
Yeah. Yeah. Diana is amazing
She was going to bed.
astrologer.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry?
Was sure time she was going to bed? Was it midnight?
Oh, that's 12, 12, 12.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. What time was it, Ness? Yeah. She's going to follow up with Diana. 12, 12 zodiac signs, Suki says. Yeah.
It's oil painter, like my handle in the chat room, and it's at AOL.com.
Yeah. It was 2:12 p.m.
12.
Oh, there's your 12.
There's your 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Pacific
exactly.
Standard Time, not PM. Yeah.
Eastern?
She says 2:12 p.m. No, PST, Pacific
Oh.
Standard Time. So, but
Well,
it would
that
have been
would've been
2:12 a.m. Yeah.
AM? Okay.
It still has a 12 in it.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
Exactly. It doesn't matter, right? Yep.
Once the moon hit 20 degrees, you can start counting it as being conjunct, although there's an orb, right? But it's close enough because at 20 degrees, it's conjunct the sun. And it can get closer and closer and closer, and then it's going to go past the sun. So the exact time was 6:32 Eastern Standard Time PM, and it was at 6 o'clock that it hit 20 degrees and 0 minutes in the east. But when it was exact, it was at like 54 minutes of arc, when the moon and the sun were exact conjunct. So that was like an hour later. So you were probably already getting close enough to that 20 degrees, and they're showing you your own gifts. So if you don't think you have gifts, obviously you do. And if you do have them, they're going to get bigger.
Yeah. So,
Or are aware of them, I should say.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I love that for you, Ness. Ness, I'm hearing that song, House of the Rising Sun.
Ooh, love
And
that.
it's just like everything's coming together for you.
Oh, and may I add one more thing? Not only does Venus rule Taurus, she also rules Libra.
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, Ness says, I'm a baby intuitive and learned a lot this past year. You know, some people have been doing this for 20 years, and then people are awakening now. And you might have been only at it for a year, but you might be in the same space. It's just we're all coming together at the same time. So there's no hierarchy there. But I get the Shambhala.
Shambhala.
Yeah, Shambhala. So House of the Rising
Let's
Sun.
go.
Yeah. So here you
Oh,
come.
there's our dream meetup tonight.
Right?
On the road to Shambhala.
Yeah.
What state does she live in?
Oh. Oh, you message your therapist right away. Yeah, it's a little disconcerting to hear that voice, I bet, isn't it? But how fun. Oh, she's in California.
Okay, that wasn't the 12th state then. I was wondering if she was in the 12th state that was made in the United States.
Hmm. What was?
But I don't think it was California.
No, I don't think so either. I was thinking 48, but I think that was Hawaii or Alaska.
Alaska, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Synchronicities, right? Yeah,
Mm.
amazing synchronicities, you guys. That is so cool, Ness. I'm so proud of you. And I'm hearing the same thing that Callie Healer and Carolyn were talking about. Be very particular when you make your
It's
list
hard to
of
say.
what you want. Yeah. Yeah. And make sure that you have if you want somebody to come into your life, what aspects of them are you interested in? Trust, comedy, travel, whatever it is. There's a lot. Yeah. Oh, Val's here. Hey, Val, Illumination Portal. She
Hi,
says,
Val.
yeah. She says, very cool, Ness. It's very lucky conjunction. I feel it's because of your son. Huh. Something big, a massive change for you. I heard state your wish. Love it.
Mm.
I'm looking up the chart right now. Not with her birth information, but just to tell her where the moon was at that time. This is interesting. Oh, she said 212, right?
Mhm.
Let's see. The moon was at 19 degrees and 17 minutes, and the sun was at 20 degrees and 37 minutes. And Vulcan was also close by at 23 degrees and 25 minutes. And Mars, though far away, is also in there going, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's take some action on this. He's the caboose on that little stellium, that train that's in there. And then we have Sirius as well in there trying to push everything along for a good harvest to come by what seeds you plant yesterday. So we also have Jupiter sitting in Taurus on the rising at that time. So there's your Taurus. And Venus is in Scorpio at 9 degrees. So she's actually parallel Ceres, and they're like sisters. They're working together. So she's helping to make sure that things stay clear, that there's nothing coming up in behind that's going to spoil the harvest.
Cirrus, is this where the blue light's coming from, Diana?
Cirrus?
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, Valerie, come on. It's not Cirrus. It's
Sirius.
Sirius. Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, yeah. Does anybody hear an echo when I speak? A reverb?
Only just then, not before.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that 1 second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got somebody talking to me too today, Ness. Okay. Well, thank you, Ness. That was amazing. Rossi has a great one too. In between sleep and awake, I saw a black and white dragon. What was it trying to tell me?
Dragon means many things. It was protection, but the different things that a dragon symbolizes many things. Is she a dragon in the Chinese New Year?
I'm not sure. Rossi, do you know what your Chinese year is that you were born in? Like a monkey or a rabbit or a dragon?
Well, the wood dragon is next year. Huh.
Yeah.
So I say that, and the card that pops out is Earth and Fire Dragon. And the message on it is works with you to clear the fifth dimensional ley lines. It's time for service. When you give, you receive.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. Where did you get those?
Let's see where to put the cover.
Is that Diana Cooper?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I love this deck. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is Diana Cooper.
Rossi says she's a dog in the calendar.
She's a dog. Loyalty.
Mhm.
Oh, right.
Yeah, loyalty.
And
Yeah.
service, just what this card is saying, because
Mhm.
dogs do service their owners. I put mine to a test today. Yeah, that's a beautiful card. I love the carving on the stone here, right? And the ley lines. This is ley lines are so important
Yeah,
because
they
there's
are.
a connection with them and the cosmos. And when you when our ear picks up the frequency of the crystal that we're holding, when we're at the standing stones and the ley line is in perfect cosmic alignment with what its purpose was when it is there, that's when we can make our travels. We can hear our singing when it overwhelms us, when we become outlanders.
Yeah. That crystalline energy is amazing. Callie?
Rossi, I get that I get higher learning and commit to your vision, commit to yourself. And they said to stay true to your growth. So they want you to know that you're on the right path, and that you can call on them for guidance. And I get that they were bringing in and giving you downloads, and so you can call on them for extra guidance and extra help. And then I just did pick up just to surrender whatever it is that you could be carrying right now to release to release that. But that's what I get.
That was nice.
That's beautiful. Carolyn and Peter, do you have?
Other than I just saw somebody walk behind you, Terry. Is anybody in a room with you?
I have some new crystals from my shaman, and it's a Archangel Michael crystal, but
Oh,
it's a magnifier and it has a sword and a magnifier and a receptor. So it's a channeler's stone.
Beautiful.
Worked because somebody just walked behind you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Me too.
Imagine. Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that dragon is there to protect you for what you're about to receive and what you need to do. It's going to protect you, and make your path more clear.
Rossi, I'm hearing that or Peter, did you want to say anything? I'm sorry.
I'm
You're the battery tonight?
the back.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So sweet. So Rossi, I'm hearing Run Like the Wind and then the Pointer Sisters song, Jump, Jump for Your Love, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that song?
Song.
I haven't thought of them in so long, and this past couple of weeks, their songs keep coming in, but something's going on, the movement. So, like everybody says, you're getting started, you're getting ready for something big, but that dragon is huge medicine because anything that you want to give it, it will burn it out. It'll purification. So what you're getting rid of, like Callie said, make sure you let it out. So it's ready to go for you. Annie Verse said she saw Spirit or Smoke by Kelly.
I had my incense a little bit too close to me tonight. It looked like Snoop Dogg was in the room.
Is that ever a thing? Yeah.
I
love that.
typically have it there, and I moved it back there, and so yeah. So next time I'm not going to keep it as close because it was like swirling.
Yeah.
Confusing us, right?
Rosie says, I did not sleep on Monday. I felt my body electrified. And you can ask spirit to tone things down. And you can even pretend like your crown chakra has a dial on it and turn it down. So, yeah.
Well,
But it's a lot coming in right now.
Peter has some interesting news.
Oh,
So,
He's going, what? During Allie's program with Dina the singer,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
his third eye opened.
yeah, I could feel opening here, very very misty. And I felt very relaxed and hydrated afterwards as well. It was superb, lovely, superb feeling. The relaxation was phenomenal. I tend to be pretty
Yeah.
loud, so yeah, it helped a lot.
That's amazing.
Wow.
It was beautiful. I mean, my whole body was just like shaking. It was just vibrating, and I got really warm.
Mm-hmm.
It was powerful.
Mhm.
Oh, I felt electric. I just felt electric from the top to bottom. I was just like I was plugged into something.
Yeah,
I got
have-
that.
that's so
Oh,
cool,
go ahead.
Peter.
Yeah, it's interesting what you say about these light voices, if you and the speak. That yesterday to me was very much either possibly Greek, Turkish, that sort of area of the world. And I know when Tutus me very much like indigenous American. And I've heard tell that it's different for each. We hear different things. Is that your experience too, ladies?
Yeah. Mine's rather sing song to my neighbor's unfortunate hearing. I have a hot tub, and when I'm in my hot tub, it just comes in, and it's very sing song, but yeah, it's high notes, which I've heard Palladians. This
Mm-hmm.
is Palladian.
Yeah, very similar. And I was imagining all of us in Himalayan salt cave, and that we were all taking in the healing from the salt cave, and then Dinah's singing was healing us. So yeah, I was visualizing that, and I was also I thought it would have been cool to have had like a drum in the background, because
Oh yeah.
yeah, it was absolutely beautiful.
We have a Himalayan salt spa by our house.
Oh wow.
Do you guys go?
Mhm.
I love it.
And
I've
Now-
been to a couple of them.
for hours.
I haven't been able to. Well, I saved it to do tonight because I was on with Valerie last night at the same time Dina was on with Allie. So, I'm saving her for just okay. When you really need it, now we're going to listen. So I'm saving her for tonight.
Yeah. I was watching you and Val. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I saw you there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it.
Yeah. Mary Thornberry is here. Hello, Mary. Black Dragon represents transformation, wisdom, power, and rebirth, often being a symbol of deep spiritual awakening and inner strength. Wow. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, and the other dragon, when I think of the astrology of this is your north and south node, Ketu and Rahu.
Mm.
Okay, and so if we think of them as black and white, black is the way forward, and white is what you have to let go of in order to move forward. Because the tail, since she is given this information for us about the black dragon being the transformation, that's what you have to do. You can't transform if you don't have room for what the new is coming in. And until Mary joined us here with this, I wasn't even thinking of your north and south nodes. So, Mary, look at your chart and see where those are and how the transiting Aries north node and Libra south node are aligning with your nodes, with your lunar nodes, but also what house is it showing light on, because that's where you have to do the work, and what planets do you have in that house. And if you have an Aries north node, this is like, okay, this is your cup, this is what you got to do. And if you have a Libra south node, it is saying, this is where you dump it, this is where you got to get rid of it. And if you have the reverse of that, you're going to have the north and south node making a circle, contract complete, and you're going to have the south node and north node making another complete circle, contract complete, contract fulfilled, fresh new beginning all the way around. Meaning you know where you're going. You know the best way to get to the top of your mountain. Your mountain is the highest self that all human beings are here to be.
Yeah. Love that. Katie Arbuckle is in the dream mall now on a road. Imagine Brenda T. I've had 2 dreams in 2 days that my daughter and I were away from home and in danger, but I was saved and my daughter got hurt. Are they prophetic or just my fears? Anybody?
I think it's your fears,
I do too.
but have her carry the a crystal of protection, or give her a necklace to wear of protection.
Some black tourmaline, maybe.
But black tourmaline, just a small. It only takes a small piece, but I think it's your fears, but just to make sure, a little some protection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she should carry it too.
Well, yeah, they're together for sure.
Kelly?
I get its fear. It's out of fear. But I agree. I mean, if you are going away, to definitely protect yourself with the stones and just protect yourself however you do it, and not only yourselves. I mean, if you're driving or flying, I would protect your vehicle too. And if you're flying, protect the plane and people in the plane. Just for that extra protection if you guys are going to be traveling somewhere. But I do get, because we are so protective of our children, that I get fears, but it's better to be safe.
Yeah. We're definitely more protective of our children than of ourselves usually, aren't we?
Yeah.
Val had a good one. She's saying the same thing. I'm getting there. Fears, send your fears. Love. Know you and your daughter are guided, guarded, and protected. Ask the dragons for protection for both of you.
Well, and the fact that you two are together in these dreams,
Mm-hmm.
even if there is a prophetic sense to them, it is something that you are there to keep it from being worse than just getting injured. And
Yeah.
and those are the other thing that I would like to ask is, yeah, what are the circumstances around this? You know, are you walking on a street? Are you driving in a vehicle? Are you just at home? What are the circumstances that trigger this danger feeling? And, you know,
I think one time she had talked to me about this. Was it just go to the shopping center? She said something about that. Huh. I don't know if she's talking about the dream or what. Um, yeah,
they,
Illumination Portal says black crystals will be helpful too. Oh, she has the wonderful heart-shaped crystal that she's going to give her. Yeah.
okay.
But she needs one.
Oh, yeah. They were in a motel area in the dream.
So always be aware of your environment, your
Surroundings.
surroundings, you know.
Yeah.
Keep those keys in your hand. They can be protection. All of that business. Always check, lock the car, look in the back seat before you get in, things of that nature. But you probably already do that anyway.
Yeah. She probably does. And I feel like all of us are on this path. And I know Brenda's been doing a lot of work lately. Um, and it's kind of like the higher we go, the more we uncover, right? That, oh, there's that little girl inside us or that little boy that uh, had something happen when they were 3 or 8 or 40, that hurt their feelings. And it's just kind of we uncover these little parts of ourselves and we think, okay, there you are. Yeah, you need some more healing. There's something else to let go of, something that we thought we'd been through, spiritual awakenings about it and therapy and whatnot, but there's still something there. And Kelly's so good at that with cutting the cords for things like that.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Yeah, you are. Gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, and there is a vulnerability about staying in a motel too, where we do feel more vulnerable away from home and, sleeping, so close to others that there is a vulnerability there where, yeah, I liked, I forget who said it, but to send your fears love.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
Val. Yeah.
Val,
yeah.
that was beautiful, Val.
Yeah.
And the other thing, you know, how old is your daughter? And are you going on a trip?
I think she said in here that she wasn't planning a trip.
Oh, okay.
She could be transferring something that happened to her as a child to a fear for her daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That sounds right. Annie Bear says shield, sage, salt, intent. Angels love to be asked for extra help. Oh,
Most
Brenda.
Absolutely.
She's 53. Brenda, there's no way. You look like you're 23. Okay. Let's see. Next, Sharon Donnelly. Hello, Sharon. Hi. Recurrent dreams of late and large crowds and get separated from friends who are my ride home. Wake up always while I'm searching for them. Recently moved and haven't made friends yet.
Yeah, we're over COVID. It's okay. You can go make friends. Not that we're really over COVID, but we're not in such a panic state as we once were. And I think that they are related to the fact that you haven't been able to make any really real new friends. in the area you are. And you're longing, there's a part of you that misses all of your old friends,
And if,
especially at this time of year, right?
sorry, Diane. I'm sorry.
No, I just meant that, and now it's the holidays as well. So the things that you would have done, you can't do with your old friends.
Yeah. And in your area, I'm sure somewhere that you could volunteer and meet people that way. And people are like minded to you that are willing to give their time to an animal shelter, a food bank, you know, just that way you can at least put yourself out there and meet people.
Yeah. Yeah. Volunteering's always great, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have bookstores here that have seminars and whatnot, white light bookstores and things like that are interesting. I don't go there, but but I'm thinking about it. My daughter went to belly dance class last night, and I was
Ooh,
like, I know,
fun.
right? And
Fun.
she's trying to meet people, so she just moved back to the States, and I said, "How was it?" And she goes, "Mom, they were all your age." I said, "Good, because I'm going
Well,
next week."
you
You
just
get
say, well,
advice there.
I'm fun. Don't you
Yeah,
find me fun?
yeah, yeah. What do you think, Kelly?
I, I think it's a fear. I think it's the dream is driven by fear of being left behind, being forgotten, um, and I agree with everybody. I think putting yourself out there and um, you know, to make friends. I know I moved here. It's hard. I really don't have many friends here. My friends are everybody. You all are my friends, and so I think kind of back to what Val said. That fear that you have of being left behind um, and forgotten. I would send that fear love and just love on yourself a little bit more and just know that you're seen, that you're heard, and yeah, and just love on Sharon a little bit more.
Yeah, she says, starting to look into some stuff. Medical issues are taking up some time and creating other issues. Yeah,
She got a lot.
yeah, and that is scary, Sharon. That is
Right.
scary.
But the great thing about volunteering is that you can do it for just an hour or two
Mm-hmm.
when you're feeling up to it. Yeah, I was thinking of going to the animal shelter down the road from us and volunteering. My husband won't let me because I'll bring them all home.
Bring more.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Honey,
Oh,
Kitty. Oh no. 4 dogs? Kitty, no.
yeah. Val says, "Yep, send the fears love."
Yep. And
And
release. Just keep releasing those fears. You know what? Those aren't yours to carry. Just release, release, release. And just send them out to the universe.
yeah, she's going to need transportation for 2 impending surgeries next year. Well, Sharon, we are going to send you lots of healing and love. You are,
Yes.
And
yeah, definitely part of the team, my darling, the tribe. So,
I
um, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
For everybody. Write your fears down and even face the tough ones. Then you take them outside and burn them.
Mhm.
Let them go.
Yep.
Just
And-
let
right? Make a good ritual out of it, because then you remind yourself you mean business.
Mhm.
And I pulled 2 cards, and we are in dragon mode. I can feel it. And so I stuck with the dragon deck. The first card that came out was the silver dragon. These 2 cards jumped out together. Silver dragon illuminates your potential with higher light, access untapped resources, look into your soul, see the higher possibilities. It's a shiny surface card, so you're getting all my Christmas lights here. And the
That's
other card
cool.
was your air dragon. Helps you rise above the earthly matters. Commence honestly, and it brings inspiration and hope. See life from a higher perspective. Both of those things are telling you the same thing. You've got this. Sharon, you've got this. You're going to need help, but you've got this.
Yeah.
And
And
like,
tell those fears that you have no power over me.
right.
You're not welcome here. You have no power anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The brain is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely is huge.
It's a logistical nightmare. One will be a complicated back surgery, her third. Oh, honey. Yeah.
A fusion. Yes.
Yeah. I know here we have a lot of services for transportation. And I think the government pays for them in the city, the municipality as well. I mean, we don't have great public transportation, but we do have free public transportation here.
That's
Like the
nice.
bus is free and the streetcar is free, and getting that medical care back and forth.
Yeah, there's definitely, especially this is going to put you in a handicapped situation for a moment or two. So
There's a lot of fear.
right, those services are out there.
Yeah, but be gentle with yourself. And, we talk about this with grief or fear or anything, get a blanket or a chair and make that your safe space
Right.
where if you're feeling down or you want to, don't stuff it, don't repress it, but go there and comfort yourself and do something nice for yourself.
And talk about it.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
huge.
We want to know how you're doing.
Right. I mean, even in the moments where there's nobody for you to talk to, talk it out loud, because you can work it out when you're hearing it,
And your angels, your ancestors.
Yep, and you're getting it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we are all here giving you lots of good advice in the chat.
Yeah.
Sharon, taking out a battery and probably more fusion stuff. Have hardware already. The issue is I live with my dog. I'll be okay, not him. I'm hearing you're going to get a foster parent for your dog, Sharon. I mean, that came in as soon as I read that. I was like, foster.
Mm-hmm.
So there are places that take care of that. Oh, you're a psychotherapist. Yeah. You know exactly what you're doing. Yeah, Sharon.
Right. There are people who can just come in and help you with the dog, so you aren't still alone without him.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Well, hey, Juanita's review. Yeah, worried about your baby more than yourself, aren't you, Sharon?
Yeah, right. That's what we do.
Yeah.
They're like our kids.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Support system.
They are, and it's unconditional love. So it's like that thing. Oh, well, Peter, third eye activation.
Wow.
So,
Just for you.
yeah. Yeah, you'll be in a hospital in another state for the surgery. You're gonna have a foster parent for him, but you're gonna see everything. You're gonna know it.
That's a beautiful card. What deck is that?
That is Kyle Gray. I think it's Gateway Activation.
Gateway Activation, Kyle Gray.
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure it's Gateway Activation. Not positive, but pretty sure.
I just
I
got
know. I forget the names. They just sit there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it, man. That was quick, you guys.
Wow.
went really fast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, sending lots of healing to Carolyn tonight, to Sharon.
To Allie,
Allie.
to Sharon.
Yeah. Allie. There was somebody else here too.
Absolutely.
And let's just say that these discomforts that we are going through is because we're letting go, and it hurts to let go. Like, remember back in the 60s when we wore thick hip hugger trousers with thick, stiff leather belts, and we didn't know how our hips were hurting till we took the damn belt off? That's what's happening. We're taking the belt off, and that release of the blood flow that is returning to areas that it's kind of been blocked from. The things that have been shut, right? The things that have been shut out of us since we were children, that were squelched, and we're stepping into our own lights, and sharing them with each other, and anyone in the world who's willing to accept.
Love that.
Oh,
I love it.
Beautiful, Valerie.
yeah. Yeah. Well, everybody have a great week. And thank you for being here, everybody.
Thank you, thank you,
Oh.
thank you, thank you.
Wonderful.
Sweet dreams.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, bring them with you to the table next week.
Yes.